crap. Holy crap, I almost just broke my headset like the second I started the stream. But anyway, it is Fire Pro Wrestling World. And of course, this is the Undercard Episode 4 tournament. Today we'll be selecting 8 wrestlers from our roster to go up against each other, and one of them will become the new #1 contender to face Andre the Giant, and then whoever wins this tournament goes on to face Andre the Giant, obviously, and then whoever wins that match is our champion. So this is a big deal. And we're trying to determine who's going to be our champion, which will be the theme of next week. So if you want to see who's going to be the first champion of Season 2, then make sure to tune in next week for the championship episode of the Undercard. But for right now, we have to select 8 wrestlers from the roster. And I think I have my phone somewhere because I have to check my stats. I gotta check the stats. The stats were important. The stats were all on my phone. I'm an idiot. Okay. This is the Undercard. This is Fire Pro Wrestling World. This is Season 2. This is Episode 4. This is all about that tournament and trying to find out a #1 contender here tonight. So I got the numbers. Okay. Based on the rankings, entry #1, this is in order, I guess. Ranking #1 is, ironically, Earthquake. He's 2-0. So Earthquake versus Wade Barrett. And I know what some of you are thinking, if you've been paying attention to the way that rankings work. You're probably asking yourself, do these matches, like, does Earthquake versus Wade Barrett, does that count for points in rankings for the rest of the season? Yes. Every match counts. So, no matter who wins and who loses, points will be exchanged. That means, let's just say, for example, Earthquake wins this match, and Earthquake moves forward in the tournament. Earthquake will then be 3-0 in the overall rankings, no matter what. So this has later implications for the rest of the season as well. This is groundbreaking, and this is really important for the tournament. Then we've got Shayna Bazler, who's a female, and the only female in this tournament, versus Elias. Then we've got, on bracket side B, Mick Foley, the hardcore icon, the hardcore god himself. Foley is God, versus his own partner, Devon. So that's an interesting match because that's the first time a tag team has faced each other here in the Undercard. And then, for our final match of the tournament, based on the rankings, it looks like it's low key. Low key. Where is he? This is supposed to be in alphabetical order. Low key. This is a really interesting tournament versus I'm looking at the numbers here. And Neville and Orange are tied. Who got the pinfall over Daniel Bryan? That's my question.
I
I think it was, didn't Neville beat him with the tap out? So it's going to be Neville then. And Orange Cassidy will just have to wait his turn, I guess. That's fair and balanced. Earthquake versus Wade Barrett, then Shayna Bazler versus Elias. The winner of those matches will move forward in the bracket of the tournament. And then on the second side, we've got Mick Foley versus Devon. First time a team is facing each other. That's Team Hardcore. And then we have Low Key versus Neville. And then the winners will face each other there. And then those winners face each other. And then the winner of the entire tournament will face Andre the Giant next week in a championship main event. So don't miss out on that. Let's get this. Let's make sure my settings are correct. Time limit unlimited. Oh boy, that's gonna be crazy. Level 7, 125. Entrances, I think entrances by default are supposed to be off, but whatever. Let's get started. I get to watch them all, right? I hope so. I hope I did this correct. Otherwise, it's going to be really awkward watching a loading screen happen. Okay, it looks like we do have Earthquake versus Wade Barrett, first match of this tournament. Welcome, everybody. I'm very excited. Both of these men are 2-0 so far in the season. It's only episode 4. It's still kind of early. So, no matter what, you'll still be in a 2-1 position, so that's okay. And they can't wrestle every week. I have a lot of people on my roster, so not everybody gets to wrestle every week. So that's why why nobody's like 4-0 at episode 4. You know what I mean? So, or 3-0 for that instance. But we're gonna be moving those stats up as the season moves forward, and that's really all that matters. Also, I think somebody's busted open. Was it Earthquake? Or was it Wade? It looks like Wade Barrett somehow got a bleeding nose. Bloody nose there. Not sure what happened between the exchange of these two men to cause that injury, but we hope he moves forward. Injuries are on, by the way. Adam Page is out for 2 months. Or 2 weeks, I guess, in wrestling terms of Fire Pro. So that means Adam Page is not a part of this tournament, and he won't be on the next championship episode. That's really unfortunate for him. And we're going to have to give Orange Cassidy a big match next week. I'll have to remind myself to do that, because Orange Cassidy missed out, and he's going to probably feel like that's unfair, but that was the way the tournament was selected, and we're moving on. We can't question anything. We just have to move forward as these two strike battle right here. Earthquake, the Giant Man versus Wade Barrett. Some bad news right there. Bare knuckle brawler swinging for the fences and misses, but hits the suplex right there in the center of the ring. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. That's Red Shoes Uno, the referee selected for the tournament. Has to be a fair and balanced judge. We can't have any funny games here. Oh, reversal stunner there from Wade Barrett off the ropes with the elbow. Connects, but doesn't do enough damage to keep Earthquake down as he's back to his feet. Hits the clothesline, goes from behind. Shin breaker onto Wade Barrett and continuing to work on the leg. You don't really see much of that from Earthquake, but you do see this. Bear hug was broken up by a rope break, I believe. Rope breaks are part of the game. Doesn't matter how you win, only matters that you win. DDT there in the corner once again. Wade Barrett dragging the 300-plus pound man across this canvas. I don't know if that's really smart to exert your energy by just moving Earthquake around like that. I would try to figure out a different strategy, and here comes the big squish. 1, 2, and that splash wasn't enough. Only a 2 count there. Wade Barrett getting press slammed again. The power of Earthquake proving to be a very big factor for him in this season of the Undercard, Season 2. Last season, Andre the Giant was absolutely the most dominant champion we had, and it was a little bit crazy, and now things, you know, are more structured, and I feel like this is a better representation of what I wanted to do with the show, and I'm looking forward to doing more of these Undercard episodes, to be honest, because I like the structured thing we have here with the roster. It's just easier to do it that way through like Fire Promoter, the Fire Promoter DLC, which is absolutely worth the price, by the way. Oh, big backbreaker there, modified almost like a torture rack, just trying to snap the spine of Wade Barrett over his shoulder, and back to his feet, looking like he's in trouble, but a nice counter there by Barrett. Face hitting the knee pad, and a scoop slam by Earthquake. Butterfly style suplex. Wade Barrett trying to regain some stamina as the blood continues to pour down his face. And here we go with that torture rack over the shoulder, boulder holder, baby. Oh, and a straight punch to the face, not enough. Northern Lights suplex, feet were on the rope. Belly to belly. In the corner, sits on his chest. 1, 2. Wade Barrett just barely escapes with a 2.9 Fire Promoter. That's what it's all about, baby. And the blood is still dripping. Wade Barrett could be injured, and that would be bad news for him. No pun intended there. Actually, it was. Everything's canon. Wade Barrett gets tossed outside of the ring. Looks like we have some sponsors for this tournament. New Japan Pro Wrestling. And some other things there. Alabama Slammer. All the way from London. Or Blackpool. Or wherever the hell he's from. It doesn't matter. But he suplexes Earthquake all the way outside of the ring, and he's going to chase him with a chair. Doesn't want to get DQ'd. But you know what? Sometimes you have to do what you can. And if this is what Wade Barrett's going to do, then that's what he's going to do. We might have a double counter. I don't know how that works in terms of a tournament. Do we just have a bye? I don't know. Chair shot, and the referee lets it go. I'm not sure if DQ was on or not, but the referee says this match is continuing, so it does. In the corner, gets out of it, all the way up top, and drops the elbow onto the chest of Earthquake. Both men are down, both men feeling the pain of this match now. Butterfly again. Wade Barrett letting Earthquake get to his feet, and that was the mistake with the press slam. Cover. 1, 2. Not enough there. Straight shot, knocks down Barrett. Stunner reversal again. Fixing his arm pad, maybe getting ready for that bull hammer. The dangerous elbow strike that can finish off any opponent. Earthquake just going to let the clock tick away. Smart strategy. Powerbomb! I don't know how he was able to lift Earthquake, but he did it against the ropes into a clothesline takedown, and Earthquake exerted his own energy doing that. Off the ropes again, he hits it. Gotta focus on the injury. Wade Barrett is bleeding. Oh, but it's not enough with a gut buster. And the forearms to the face. Referee just letting it continue. Referee is letting these guys beat the crap out of each other. And Earthquake now with the momentum on his side as he drops the leg to the back of Wade Barrett. Puts him in the corner. What's it gonna be? Scoop, and oh my god! Bonsai splash! 1, 2, and how the hell did Wade Barrett squeeze out of that? He just got flattened. Imagine a man the size of Earthquake landing on you from that second rope. Cover in the corner, and I think there was a rope break there. Elbow to the back. Earthquake in control. Just focusing on the injury. He sees blood in the water. Like a shark hunting the prey. But Wade Barrett's trying to mount a comeback here. I'm not sure if it's working his way as he gets slammed again in the center and pinned. And that's all she wrote. Earthquake moves forward in this tournament, and he is officially, ladies and gentlemen, 3-0, and Wade Barrett is now 2-1. So these wins and losses do matter in the future, moving forward. And I think that's really going to shape the future of the Undercard Season 2. So if you're just joining us, we had our first match of the tournament, and Wade Barrett was unsuccessful. Now we have Shayna Bazler, the only female, versus Elias. And when Shayna Bazler had her match, the first time we saw her perform this season, she was absolutely dominant. So I'm kind of worried for Elias. I'm not sure how he's going to deal with her MMA moveset. She's, the submission magician. And she's a queen of just tying you up like a pretzel. Watch out for those arm bars. But Elias is going to play her a song right here as this match kicks off. Fast action already. Backdrop there. Elias with the first big move of the match. Shayna Bazler trying to work him to the mat. And that's kind of what we expected, that jiu-jitsu MMA background. Shayna Bazler might be the most dangerous competitor in this tournament today, honestly. Elias with the scoop slam. And Elias trying to chase her out, but she goes back in, playing some cat and mouse here. Knee to the gut by Elias and a backbreaker to follow it up. Camel clutch, she escapes quickly. Shayna Bazler getting suplexed. Elias has a game plan, and it might be working for him here, but how long can he keep this up? How long can he play the speedy game against Shayna Bazler, who just tossed him aside? Fixes her trunks there. Wardrobe malfunction number 1. Knee drop! And she got right back up. Suplex again. Snapping her really fast. Look at how quick Elias is going from move to move. And maybe that's his strategy. Maybe that's the advantage he has over Shayna Bazler. But that's what I'm talking about right there. Those submission moves. One after another. That's what you're facing. Misses a move there. Strike battle in the center. Who's it going to be? Looks like Shayna takes the edge. Drops a knee to the face. And goes back to the ankle. Making a little reference to Kurt Angle. 5 minutes gone in this match. Elias wants Shayna to walk out of here. Usually he wants people to walk with him, but he wants Shayna to get out of his way so he can walk all the way to that contendership and that tournament victory. Knee bar. Elias has to slap her away. Guillotine now. Reaching out to grab the ropes is Elias. Desperation reach. Was that the drift away? It might have been. Oh, but Shayna kicks out anyway. Welcome to the show. This is the second match of the tournament. Elias versus Shayna Bazler as Elias hits the knee. In the center, she has him tied up. Knee bar again. Grabbing the ropes, Elias. Really impressed with his speed as he pushes her off. She was trying to grapple him there with her MMA skills. And I'm not sure how he escaped, but he did it. Blocks that attack. Elias with a spinning neckbreaker. Shayna to her feet. Trying to drop him down. Going for a headlock. Guillotine choke style. And Elias slips out of it again. What's on the card today is the tournament. We already had Earthquake versus Wade Barrett, and now we have the second match of the tournament. Drift away. This might be the end of the match. Hold on. 2. And Shayna Bazler kicks out again. Now we have Shayna Bazler versus Elias, and they're all trying to reach that #1 contender spot. So it's an 8-man tournament, and that's all you have to know. I believe the next match is Mick Foley versus Devon, so Team Hardcore has to face each other. That's how the rankings are. They're even in the rankings. All of these matches matter for points moving forward in the season as well. Ankle lock here in the corner. He didn't touch the ropes. He just decided to escape. Elias is in trouble. Twisty bomb. And not enough to finish. Shayna Bazler drift away, but that might be it. Third move. Third finish, but no. Shayna Bazler too tough for Elias. We talk about the offense, the submission magician Shayna Bazler. We talk about how dangerous she is, but you sometimes forget that she's one of the toughest females in this business and probably the toughest female on my roster. And look at these strikes. Referee not liking that. He allowed a chair shot earlier, but punching in the face? No, you can't do that. We're not going to question it. We got to continue. Look at this reversal with the side suplex. Shayna getting elbowed right in the eyeball. Elias has to take advantage of the distraction and hits a neck breaker there. Backslide. Oh my God, she got him. A quick cover, and Shayna Bazler will move forward in this tournament. So, Shayna Bazler, no matter if she wins this tournament or not, will move on to a record of 2-0. And then Elias will move on to 1-1. So that's actually Elias's first loss of the season. Bubba Ray's not on my roster. The team that Devon is on is called Team Hardcore, and it's with Mick Foley. That's just the way they were drafted. Bubba Ray might be in season 2, or I mean season 3, but we don't know. That's way down the line. I only get like 17 wrestlers for these shows, and they're randomly selected. Or at least that's how this season was. I just randomly selected people. And I put Devon and Mick Foley into a tag team because it made sense to me. They work well together. How will they work against each other? I think this is a little bit of friendly competition. I think they have mutual respect. And Devon might have to get the tables. Scoop slam there by Foley. I think Foley has the advantage here in the big match competition, but you never know. Devon might pull out something out of his hat. Is he chewing on his eyebrow? What is he do? What the hell are you doing, Foley? Foley breaks rules. He doesn't care. Back to his feet. Strike there, elbow to the back. Devon on top, drops a knee. Drops an elbow. Trying to rip off the only ear that Mick Foley has. They're not really torn apart. They're just equal in their rankings, so they have to face each other. They'll continue as a team moving forward, I'm pretty sure. Runs into a knee there, cover. No love lost between friends. Suplex. They both know what's at stake. And a mandible claw. But Devon escapes early. Only 5 minutes into the match and we already saw one finisher. Devon stretching away. Dancing in the center, headbutt. Foley off the ropes with the leg drop. Devon gets hit by a neck breaker. Devon looking dizzy and gets knocked back down. Elbow to the back, stomping on him. Continuing the damage. Sidewalk slam there by Devon Dudley. Oh my brother, testify. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there by our chosen referee of the night, Red Shoes Uno. He's going to use that reverse card. Pump handle slam. Not sure if he got all of that one, but he's going to go for the cover anyway, and of course only a 1 count. Mick Foley has all the endurance and durability that one could have. What is your strategy? If they're a tag team, they obviously know each other so well. How do you beat Foley in one-on-one competition? Is Io Shirai in the card tonight? Unfortunately not, because she lost at one point, and this is for the contendership, so she just wasn't high enough in the rankings. She might get another shot down the line, though. Io Shirai, actually, I think she had the best match last week, right? So I am looking forward to booking her again. 2.9 there. Mick Foley almost got the win. Face to the turnbuckle. This is the danger zone. Splashes into Devon, but he counters with the DDT. Both men down in the corner, and this match continues. Sidewalk slam. Devon looks hurt. Devon looks tired. He's not really used to being in singles matches. He is a tag team expert. He's one half of the greatest tag team ever. Double arm DDT! He did the deed, but he couldn't capitalize. Mistake by Foley, and you don't see that too often. But Devon's in trouble. The move did the damage. Now all he has to do is finish it. Pile driver was reversed there. Devon said, "Oh, my brother, testify." Misses the clothesline. Whip into the corner. Here we go. What's for breakfast? Mick Foley, what are you doing? You crazy son of a bitch! What a spot there. Mick Foley not afraid to hurt himself in the process of winning a shot at the first championship. Whoever wins this tournament has to face Andre the Giant, and it might be Mick Foley. Bang bang! As he wins there with the mandible claw, beating Devon. I kind of expected Mick Foley to win, though. Mick Foley is now 3-0. Devon is 2-1. How is that going to work moving forward for the rest of the season? You have to wonder. Because now, if they stay as a tag team, Mick Foley will always have that 1 point advantage. No matter what. That could cause a rupture, like you were saying, between the tag team. That that could cause some issues, some jealousy. I don't know if they're bigger than that. We'll see in the future. Now we have Low-Ki versus Neville, aka Pac. And this one's going to be high risk, big speed. Big speed, big fast. Dangerous. Low-Ki! Low-Ki. Famous for the double stomp. And the X Division. Of course, Impact Wrestling. And Neville, aka Pac, currently in AEW, was selected here for the undercard. And him and Orange Cassidy were even, but he was selected for the tournament. So Orange Cassidy is a little bit mad about that, but we have to move forward and not worry about it. Look at this bridging stretch here, Mexican style. Low-Ki knocks him down quickly with the shoulder buster. We don't slow down for anything. This is full speed wrestling action here on the undercard. Mahooligan chop straight to the face and puts his head between his legs. And Low-Ki knocked down there. Neville with another deadly strike and gonna work on the legs. That's what you have to do. We know about Low-Ki and those dangerous kicks. Look at them. There he goes. And now he's gonna return the favor with that stretching bridge move. Neville. Low-Ki. Fists versus feet. And I'm not sure how Neville got the edge there, but look at the speed! 451! 2! Jeez! They're so fast. They're so agile, and both of these men are extremely dangerous when it comes to that top rope. When it comes to that flying offense. We're talking about that double stomp of Low-Ki. That he just puts the boots through your chest and you're pretty much done, versus the Black Arrow, that spinning flip maneuver that Neville likes to do. Tied up there. Tombstone! What the hell was that? Low-Ki wants to win this tournament, and he misses a drop kick. Ooh, spin to the leg. Kicks him down. Big German. Neville is the king of the cruiserweights and wants to prove it here. He could be the king of the undercard if he wins this tournament. And if he beats Andre the Giant, which I'm not even sure is physically possible. Reversal on the tombstone and one of his own. Why the heck are they doing tombstones? What are they doing? What is going on? Trapped him in that neck hold. Look at how fast they are. Snap suplex. Running at full speed right into that move. And the referee with only a 1 count. Neville gets in trouble. Kick to the back of the head there. Dragon Sleeper. What kind of matchup could this be for Andre the Giant? You have to be wondering if Andre is watching these moves off the rope into the face. Neville. Once again, oh, sleeper holds him down and just stretches away, pulling at the face and head of Neville as he hits the schoolboy slam. 1, 2, not enough there. I guess it's more like a modified fisherman buster, but nevertheless, flippy, dippy. Not sure if he got all of that. It looked like Low-Ki was on his back and might have missed the big damage. And that's why we call it high risk. You don't know what's going to happen once they start flying through the air. Gravity's in control at that point. Low-Ki with the stomp to the back, though. Not to the chest as usual. And groggy Neville gets kicked again. Double arm. Hits a clutch. No pin cover there, though. feet might have been in the ropes as we get another strike battle in this match. Neville with a super kick, back to his feet, low-key with the spin, low-key with the high enziguri, and knocked down by the big fist of Neville. From behind, counter, double reversal, big bridging suplex, but nothing to follow up. Scoopy and a kicky. Oh my goodness, Frankensteiner! Reverse Hurricanrana. Oh, a stomp again to the ass. That's not where you want to land it. He's got to be more precise. He's got to work on his accuracy. But the Dragon Sleeper is locked in the center of the ring. And you want to talk about submission moves? Here we go! Rings of Stretch! Rings of Saturn! Either way, this one's over as Neville will move forward in the tournament. Just like that. Now we're on to stage 2, which is Shayna Bazler versus Earthquake. Oh my god, I can't believe this match is going to happen right now. This might be the only match I think Shayna Bazler is at a disadvantage. Just for the obvious size difference. Back, drop, leg, drop. Shayna's already feeling the power of Earthquake. Can she hold him down? This is 300 plus pounds of just pure man meat. And oh my god, Shayna, watch out. Don't let him grab you. Don't let him squeeze you. He just wants to say hello. Bear hug. Shayna is being very careful. Guillotine now. These submissions might work though. If you can just choke him out, you don't really have to worry about his size because every man has to breathe. And she just tossed him over her head. I'm not sure how she managed to do that, but it doesn't matter. Knee bar. Twisting at the leg. Earthquake wants to move forward in this tournament. And he sees a little lady in front of him, and he's going to have no mercy on Shayna Bazler. I think Shayna has the potential to be the dominant force, if there is one, in this tournament. And Andre the Giant, I think, has a favorite. I think Andre the Giant would really enjoy facing Earthquake for that championship next week. In the corner she goes. Big splash. Squishing her in the corner. Again over the shoulder and just jumping up and down. That's gotta hurt. Leg drop to the face. Shayna feeling all the pressure of this bear hug as Earthquake trying to squeeze any life that may remain. Scoop slam. The big man from behind. Misses a kick. And he's going to pay for the mistake. Shayna Bazler like an anaconda, trying to squeeze at any limb you've got. 1, 2. Oh, Shayna Bazler just barely escaping that pinfall there. Big slam, and Earthquake is exhausted. Is that going to be it? No. Remember, they've both already had a match, so I wonder if they're a little bit worn down from those previous matches. That's how tournaments work. Endurance is a big factor. And I think Shayna obviously has more endurance than Earthquake, since he's a bigger guy. And he has to carry his own weight around. Ankle lock. Can Earthquake get out? Yes, he can. Just shoves her off. Too strong for that. Against the rope. Stops her momentum. She could have been in trouble, but it looks like she saved herself. Back to her feet. Oh, and she does it again. Shayna. Working on the heel. Working as a heel. See what I did there? Slaps to the face, and she cutthroat him. And he just got back up and said, little lady. Not like that. No, you don't. Earthquake. Getting elbowed and just knocking her back down. Strike for strike. Goes behind. Works on the shin. What's it gonna be? Uh-oh. Shayna. With the leg lock. In the center of the ring. But it's not enough to finish. Hooks the leg. Hoping for a 3 count. Hoping to maybe catch Earthquake off guard here a little bit. Just for 3 seconds, that's all you need. And she choked him out! She just choked out Earthquake. I'm kind of in shock right now. Wow. Okay then. Earthquake just lost. And these records are really gonna affect the rest of the season because Earthquake is now 3-0 and Shayna Bazler is 3-1. And Shayna Bazler moves on to the final match of the tournament. If we could see Shayna Bazler versus Andre the Giant, I think we're in trouble if that happens. Let's see. Mick Foley versus Neville. This will be an interesting match. I'm not really sure who's going to win that one. It could go either way, I think. I was pretty sure Earthquake was going to win the last match, so maybe I'm not the best person to guess the results here. Scoop slam. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Going for a mandible claw in the first 30 seconds. Oh my god, he really does want to win this tournament. And that's smart. I think that's extremely smart, suplexing Mick Foley out of the ring. It's just try to finish the match as quickly as you can. That way, you move on to the tournament less exhausted. You don't have to worry about stamina or anything like that. You don't have to worry about the endurance. It's not a marathon, it's a sprint for Mick Foley. Off the ropes, into the spin kick. Knocked down by it. Using those knees to bend the back of Mick Foley, who's just biting his face? Why does he do that? Did it to Devon. I don't think that's legal. Somebody's bleeding. Neville is busted open. I think he got a cut above the eye there by the teeth of Mick Foley. That's kind of disgusting. We know he's hardcore, but that's a little bit too extreme for me. No biting. I think that should be the rule. And the fists of Foley raining down onto the face of Neville. Rebound Hurricanrana. Puts him in position for the 450. Hits all of it too. And Mick Foley says no. Only 4 minutes into this match. And Neville is busted open. Mick Foley's kicking out. Strike battle in the corner. Foley trying to fight his way out. Like a caged animal. Referee checking for a submission there, nothing. Foley with the stump, puller, pile, driver, enziguri. Against the back of the head of Mick Foley, misses a move there, spin kick by Neville, who takes his time. What's he doing? Taunting? Oh my god, look at the speed! Crossbody didn't get all of it, but he did knock down Foley, and that's maybe all he had to do there. Uh-oh, what is Foley thinking? Dragging him into position for something. He says, bang, bang! Scoop slam. Sliding dropkick. Not sure he got all of it. Enziguri, that time he did. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nobody's escaped this. Rings of Saturn. And somehow Foley survived. Double arm DDT to the bloody face of Neville. That's gotta be the end of this match. And no, what the hell? He just kicked out. Into the corner. Pulls him out of it. Foley's tired. Foley said, I already hit you with my move. What else do I gotta do? Tornado DDT! Around the world we go. Neville up top! Oh, spinning splash there, not enough. In the center. Neville trying to pull the blood back into his head. Cross body to the back. Foley turning around. Into the Hurricanrana. He's dizzy. He doesn't know how to keep up with the speed of Neville, who goes behind and flips him over his head. But Foley is back again, never stopping, never knowing how to give up. He's too crazy. He's too far gone. Clothesline. Is that enough? Is that enough? No. Oh! Not sure what he was going for there, but a moonsault and a cover and a kick out. Foley again knocked down by the kick. Neville feeling himself. He thinks he's got this one. He doesn't care that he's bleeding. This match continues. We don't have any referee stoppage for blood. DDT. And Neville from behind gets elbowed. Foley. Oh. Just barely got that kitchen sink to hit. Flapjack. A groggy Foley trying to counter, but ran into a tilt-a-whirl. And there he goes. Again from the top, and this time it works for Neville as he gets the big pin. And it's going to be Neville versus Shayna Bazler in the final match of our tournament here tonight. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So Neville officially is 3-0. And that was Mick Foley's first loss. So Mick Foley is 3-1. Incredible. Shayna Bazler versus Neville. Winner takes all, and the winner will face Andre the Giant in our main event next week. So ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, we have a tournament match. This went a lot faster than I thought it was going to go. These matches that are at full pace here. And Neville is at full speed. He's had time to patch up that bloody forehead of his. And I think they're not at 100%, but they have to compete nonetheless. Shayna Bazler goes for a submission early. What a story it would be if Shayna Bazler becomes the champion in the future for the season. But Neville wants to make a name for himself here as well. Dancing around. Shayna got him in the corner. Strikes and the knee. Neville in trouble. Not where you want to be with Shayna Bazler hitting you like that. Look at the stomps. Just furious strikes non-stop from Shayna Bazler. Oh my God. Jesus. The onslaught, the assault, and right into another submission as Neville grabbed the rope there. Oh, into a spin kick. Desperation finisher! Desperation finisher by Neville! He wants to win this tournament, but too early for that, as Shayna Bazler, the submission magician, knows how to get out of moves like that. Heel hold, ankle lock, whatever you want to call it, he escaped. Elbow to the back, and again! Kurt Angle must be loving this. What a match already. Full speed, guillotine. She's shouting. The fans want to see it. The fans are rooting for Shayna Bazler. And Neville doesn't care. Neville just suplexes her out of the ring. Oh my God, suicide dive! And a finisher on the outside! But that's not going to get you the win, Neville. He's hoping maybe if he just wears her down out there, he can move forward. But I think that was a mistake, as she's just driving her knees into the face of Neville, a.k.a. Pac. Oh, and a big knee there. To the face, clutching the pin. And Shayna Bazler was almost our #1 contender, dude. Big super kick to the face of Shayna Bazler. Up top goes Neville with a twisting splash again, but no. Rope break there, and a German. This time he's not going to dive. This time he's going to recover. Neville doesn't care about anything else but winning right here. He's 100% focused, and you can see it. Drop toe hold. Up top again. 450 to the back. Not sure if he got all of it. I understand that's his game plan, but I don't agree with it. But how else do you deal with Shayna Bazler? Because if you're wrestling her on the ground, she wins. 450 and her foot was on the rope. Oh, baby, big power bomb with the cover, 2. Referee says no, that was only 2. DDT. Neville gonna stomp onto the back of the head of Shayna Bazler. From NXT to the undercard, this woman has history. And she's trying to make history right here. Oh my God! Crashing into Shayna full speed. Missing the slap, but hitting the bomb. Cover again, red shoes with the 3. It's over. Neville wins. Neville is gonna face Andre the Giant next week. Oh my goodness. That was fast. That tournament was really fast. So we could actually, I got a trophy. Why did I get a trophy? We could actually book the card for the next show. We have time to do that. Look at this big victory screen. Congratulations. Now we know the main event. And Bernie Sanders is in my state right now. Bernie Sanders is literally down the road from me right now. So let's see. Neville is 4-0. Wow, I guess he is. How's that going to work with the tag team of him and Orange going in the future? I'm not really sure. We'll have to figure that out eventually. But Shayna Bazler is down to 3-1. So Neville is officially the highest ranked superstar on my roster. And we're going to return to Fire Promoter. And we're going to book the next show. I got to produce. Oh, I have merchandise. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. So we know, alright, we know the main event is for the first ever championship. We know that. We know the main event. We know it's Andre the Giant versus Neville. We know that. The King of the Cruiserweights versus the largest athlete of all time. And the icon and the most unstoppable man we've ever had in this show, Andre the Giant. So that's the main event for next week. And then we'll just book the rest of the show based on the rankings, I guess. So Orange Cassidy is upset. So Orange Cassidy is going to get a match. Against someone else that's 1-0. Which would be... The only person is Taya Valkyrie. So there you go. And my tummy is a rumbling. We have Matt Hardy, who's 1-1, versus Low Key. I guess Low Key gets another match, or Daniel Bryan. I think we should do Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan had a handicap match before and not a single match. So Matt Hardy versus Daniel Bryan and Daniel Bryan's first single match. That makes sense. Then I have to make a tag team match between Team Latino, Lucha Latino, Latino Lucha, Humberto and Sin Cara. I have tag teams here, right? Yes, I do. I'm just looking at the stats to make sure these matches make sense in canon. I think they need to face actually Team Expose because they're like 0-1 and we're like at week 5. So it's kind of weird. So there you go. Sin Cara and Humberto Carrillo versus Kelly Kelly and Layla in a tag team match. And then you've got Alicia Fox versus EO. People were asking about EO, so EO will be booked next week. That makes perfect sense. Because they're both 1-1, so they're both even. So they need to move their stats up as we move forward. And then we've got Steven Richards. Has to have a match. Stevie T. Can I change his appearance here? Yes, I can. He looks stupid with the black tank top or whatever that cut-off shirt is. He looks stupid. Stephen Richards, who is 1-1 versus Zack Ryder, who's 1-1. Woo woo woo. You know it. Oh, radio. Tell me something I don't know. Alright, we have 2 more matches we can do. I have 8 matches next week. Well, that's good, because we can get some of these people moving up in the rankings. So that'll be good. Funaki versus Shane McMahon. We definitely didn't do this match because they're both 0-2. So Shane O'Mac versus Funaki. That's a SmackDown match right there. That makes sense. And then match number 7. We can have how about John Moxley? Where is he? John Moxley versus Velveteen Dream, because they're both 0-2. That way, we at least have somebody moving a little bit forward. And that looks like that's a decent card. Potential match stealer with Moxley and Dream, but a main event of Andre versus Neville. So look forward to that next week. And then I'm gonna save the game. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed episode 4, which was just about that tournament, and we selected the winner, which was, once again, Neville, aka Pac. Shayna Bazler had a fair chance and just, I don't know, dropped the ball, unfortunately. And I think that's a very weird and interesting title match we have. Andre the Giant's going to have to deal with the speed and submission skills of Neville. Neville's going to have to find a way to beat somebody that's literally never been beaten. So, yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be fun. Make sure it's saved. And I'll see you all next week for episode 5, the championship.